Near corner, far corner. Okay, I said near corner of far... Oh my.
CSU says it's a single stab wound to the guy's abdomen.
We know who he is?
No wallet, no ID. But judging how he's dressed, I say he ain't a homeboy.
Want a shot of the laundry mark?
Rite Aid receipt from a couple days ago. 2211 Broadway. It's near 96th Street.
What do you think, stick and pick?
Either that or he figured out a hell of a way to beat a cab fare.
The Germans just moved into Poland, and things became very difficult.
Difficult?
For the Jews. My father owned a small trucking company. He came to work one day to find all his trucks burned and the windows of our garage broken. Unfortunately, most of the Poles didn't need much encouragement to hate us. That night, Grimaldi showed up.
And he talked to your father?
He told my father that Jews are being killed in Germany. It's just a matter of time for all of us. Then he showed my father a picture of women and children in a ditch, shot. Then he offered to sell my father insurance. Of course, he bought.
And you're sure this was Pietro Grimaldi?
My father made us memorize Grimaldi's name, and he told us where to go if something should happen.
And what happened to your family, Mr. Redzenauer?
Hitler happened. And when it was over, I could only find my sister. She was very sick. I was 17, and we were alone.
And what did you do?
We walked over a year. I carried her most of the time to Italy, to where my father told me Grimaldi should be.
And did you find him?
Yes, I asked him for our money. I told him without it, my sister would die.
And what did he say?
He said he doesn't remember my father. He has no record of any policy. And without a death certificate, I don't have even proof that my father is dead. The Nazis did not give any death certificates. I have only one from Italy, from my sister.
Can I talk to you?
You shouldn't do that without your lawyer, Mr. Bresler.
I am a lawyer, Mr. McCoy. I know what I'm doing.
You won't be able to change your mind.
I just watched someone's son ruin his life over the shame of his father's acts. I have a son myself. I found out what we'd done in '92. Hamilton Stewart had been the director of All Atlantic's European operations during the war. He just read something about a Jewish family suing a Swiss bank and its director. He was afraid something like that could happen to us. He wanted to know what our liability was.
You mean his liability?
Yes.
What did you tell him?
That both he and the company had considerable exposure.
If those policies could ever be proven to exist.
Enter the book.
When Peter got the subpoena, he called Stewart. Told him he was going to turn the book over to the Italians unless he was paid $2 million.
Why not pay?
There's no way to hide a payment like that. That's when the decision was made to obtain the book.
You mean steal it?
I was told to tell Peter we had the money and that he should bring the book to my office. Burton would be waiting for him when he came out of the bank.
Where's the book now?
Burton gave it to me, and I gave it to Hamilton Stewart. I know what I did was a terrible thing.
Your day of reckoning isn't today. Put Stewart in jail.
At no time did I ever order anyone to participate in a robbery. Nor did I ever try to purchase any book.
And the testimony we heard from Alan Bressler that you did?
Complete fabrication.
So you also deny any effort by you or your company to prevent Holocaust victims from collecting on their legitimate insurance policy?
Of course I do. Our hearts go out to any victim of war. But All Atlantic is a publicly traded company. And as such, it has an obligation to its shareholders. I simply can't turn it into a charity when it suits us.
Thank you, sir.
Did your hearts also go out to them when your subsidiary was selling them life insurance, knowing they had no chance of ever collecting? That was never done. Wasn't it? In 1932, Federale Insurance was writing about $1 million a year in life insurance. By 1942, that number increased 10 times over. How do you suppose that happened, Mr. Stewart? You're talking about a long time ago. Don't tell us you've forgotten the details that made your career at All Atlantic. You were able to sell those policies because of the persecution of Jewish families. Isn't that what happened? I didn't know anything about that. Didn't know? You were All Atlantic's director for Eastern European operations in 1938, weren't you? Yes. And Federale and its salesmen were reporting directly to you, weren't they? There were rumors, that's all. Unsubstantiated rumors. The numbers don't lie, Mr. Stewart. Are you telling us that you suspected nothing? You make it sound like we were the only ones. We weren't. American car companies, banks, airplane manufacturers, we were all doing business with Germany. My God, our own State Department refused entry to these people based on the same information we had. It was just business. Yes, good business. So good, you rewarded Pietro Grimaldi with a job at the parent company the minute he stepped off the boat, didn't you? Peter had produced for us in Europe. Pretty risky proposition for an insurance company to sell life insurance during wartime, isn't it, Mr. Stewart? I suppose. Because war raises the risk of death, isn't that right? Yes. And death is certainly not good business for a life insurance company, is it? No. But All Atlantic couldn't sell policies fast enough, could it? Because you knew the people you were selling to had no hope of ever collecting. No hope of ever presenting a death certificate. Objection. Maybe they should have brought their parents' ashes in a bag to you.
Mr. McCoy.
Millions of dollars being made in the sale of life insurance. And yet, after over 50 years, not a single policy ever paid. What do you suppose happened to all those people, Mr. Stewart? I have no idea. Don't tell us you didn't know. The fact of the matter is you counted on it.